Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM, alamosportsandtalk.com. And remind you guys again that if you want to watch the game and also listen to our broadcast, ksvptv.com, and also the KSVP Facebook page as well. You can check that out for this morning's matchup. Alamogordo Lady Tigers, Ruidoso Lady Warriors. Starters for the Lady Tigers: Anna Riordan, number 4. Number 5, Kaylee Kidwell. Number 24, Abby Vasquez. Number 34, Sydney Thomas, and number 54, Jacqueline Vera. And on the other side for Ruidoso, number 11, Ariana Morgan, number 15, Ashley Smith, number 21, Cameron Caceres, number 22 is Alexis Ontiveros, and number 30 is Savannah Mendez. Alamogordo left to right and Ruidoso right to left. Ball's in the air, tipped and controlled by Kidwell, and Alamogordo brings it in the front court. Anna Riordan will dish it off to Sydney Thomas, and Thomas will hand it over the right corner. Vasquez decides to pass up on the 3, now gives it off to Thomas and work it around to Riordan. They'll go to Kidwell at the left elbow, then back to Riordan, dribbles towards the baseline, then brings it back out. 7:43 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Right corner, Vasquez will take the 3 this time, no good. Rebound right out to Kidwell. Kidwell looks to drive the lane and was attempting to pass to Vasquez in the corner, but has it stolen away. And here comes Ruidoso the other way in the hands of Morgan. Morgan will dish it to the middle of the floor to Mendez. And now pass the basketball to Smith. Running the weave on the outside here. 7:19 to go in the first. Ontiveros gets the basketball. Now pass to the free throw line to Smith. Ontiveros works at baseline, and a bounce pass ends up between the legs of her teammate and a tie-up, and the possession arrow will keep it on this side with Ruidoso. 7:09 to go first quarter. Baseline right of the basket, inbounds here for the Lady Warriors. As they put the ball in play, Morgan sends it to Ontiveros at the free throw line, goes right corner. 3 on the way is no good. Rebound underneath, and the putback is good from Savannah Mendez, and Ruidoso takes a 2-0 lead. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter, and Thomas will bring it to the front court for the Lady Tigers. Thomas continues to dribble, no pressure on the perimeter by the Lady Warriors. They're going to run the zone and try to protect inside against Vera and Kidwell. Vera gets the opportunity inside, but her shot goes over the rim to the other side, and Ruidoso grabs the basketball and brings it in the front court with Morgan. Morgan dribbles to the left wing, stops there, turns around and passes it to Smith. Smith now works towards the baseline and gives it back to Morgan. Morgan to the top of the key, tries to feed it inside. Ball deflected by Vera and stolen away by Kidwell. And here comes Thomas pushing the tempo, dishes it out to the corner, driving baseline and going with the runner is Vasquez. Shot no good. Rebound grab by Ruidoso. And fighting for it was Mendez and Vera. Eventually gives it off to Morgan, who will bring it to the front court. Riordan meets her at the midcourt line. Now top of the key. It's Mendez with the basketball. Gives it off to Smith. Works around a screen right of the lane. Stops. Kicks it around to Morgan. Morgan in the right corner. And she will work her way back towards midcourt. Smith in the right corner. She'll fire up a 3. That's no good. Rebound comes out to Thomas, and Thomas pushes it. 2-on-2 the other way. Thomas works her way in the lane. Kicks it out to the corner. Vasquez wide open for 3. That's no good. Riordan will track down the rebound in the left corner, give it to Thomas, top of the key. Almost had some good open looks here, just hasn't been able to get anything to fall. Vasquez, another opportunity. That's no good. Kidwell with the rebound. Put-back attempt, no good, but she'll be fouled, and to the line will go the Lady Tigers. 5:31 to go first quarter. It's Ruidoso 2, Alamogordo nothing, and Kidwell to the line. First foul of the game called on number 15, Ashley Smith. And Kaylee knocks in the first free throw. So Alamogordo on the board here, trailing 2-1 to Ruidoso. 5:31 to go first quarter. And one more free throw for the Lady Tiger senior. She misses on the second. Rebound tipped out all the way to the far sideline, out of bounds, and it's last off of Ruidoso. Alamogordo will keep it and get another possession here. Ball at the far sideline, inbound by Riordan, and gives it to Thomas. Dribbles to the right wing, picks up her dribble, goes inside to Vera. She's double teamed, and we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on this side. And baseline right inbound here will be Vasquez. She holds up the number 3. Alamogordo gets into motion. They give it to Riordan in the right corner. She'll fire up a 3. That's no good. Rebound on the other side, though, for Vera. Vera trying to work baseline. Looked for the feed inside to Riordan. It's deflected out of bounds by Ruidoso, and Alamogordo again will keep it. 2-1, Lady Warriors over the Lady Tigers. 5:11 to go in the first quarter. Vasquez inbounds to Vera. Gives it to Riordan. Back to Vasquez. She'll fire another three. That's no good. Hasn't quite found the stroke yet. And this rebound will deflect out of bounds and will go over to the Warriors. And some subs coming in for Alamogordo. Destiny Montoya, Milana Bickham, and Mary Jane Rodriguez come in. Vasquez, Vera, and Thomas will come out of the game for the Lady Tigers. Almost had a ton of good open looks here to begin the game. Just shots aren't falling. And with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, here comes Ruidoso in the hands of Smith all the way across the half-court line. Mary Jane Rodriguez sticking with her, but now Smith gets past her, drives right to the lane, just rims out. Good drive to the basket by her, just couldn't get the finish to fall. And it's still a 2-1 lead for Ruidoso. Alamogordo the other way. Mary Jane Rodriguez top of the key. Montoya at the right corner. Goes inside Kidwell. She's double-teamed quickly. Is underneath the basket. Finds Riordan from just inside the left elbow. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Ruidoso. And they're going to get a foul here on, looks like on a Riordan. First team foul on Alamogordo. And 4:33 to go in the first. Another sub for Alamogordo as Riordan will come out and Natalie Rodriguez enters the game for the first time. Inbounds for Morgan. And still looking to inbounds it and still was not able to get it in before the 5-second call. So good defense there as Milana Bickham was guarding the inbounds and Morgan unable to find anybody on the pass. So we remain 4:33 to go first quarter. Alamogordo still trailing 2-1. The official having to track down the basketball. It went all the way to the opposite side of the floor. And so Kidwell's the only starter remaining. We'll see if somebody else finds the shooting touch here for Alamo. Alamo looking to inbounds it and almost got a 5-second call themselves, but Kidwell gets it. And now out to Mary Jane Rodriguez between the circles. Rodriguez continues to dribble, gives it over the right wing, and almost losing the handle was Natalie Rodriguez. Bounce pass over the corner, almost stolen away, but the ball is given right to Natalie Rodriguez, who drives baseline and gets caught in the, almost in the head there. They're going to call the foul. I don't want to say on the arm, but the foul on Mendez, and it'll put Natalie Rodriguez at the line. Alamo 1 of 2 here early on in this game. Misses front rim on the first as Rodriguez. And one more for the Lady Tigers. It's Montoya, Kidwell, Bickham, Mary Jane, and Natalie Rodriguez on the floor for the Lady Tigers. And Rodriguez makes the second. So we're even at 2. Alamo 2 of 4 at the line. And neither team finding their offense here through the first half of the first quarter. Coming to the near sideline with it is Morgan. Morgan is going to lose the handle out of bounds. And Alamogordo will get it back. It's a double team there from Bickham and Natalie Rodriguez. And Destiny Montoya will inbound here at the near sideline. And give it to Mary Jane Rodriguez. Ruidoso staying in their zone. Rodriguez dishes to the left side to Natalie Rodriguez. And then a bounce pass is going to be off the hands and out of bounds of Kaylee Kidwell. And inbounds here for Ruidoso. Alamogordo continues to pressure. Montoya almost able to steal it away, but she couldn't keep it inbounds. Touches the near sideline. And Ruidoso inbound in a tough spot here in the corner as Bickham puts her hands up, but the inbounds to Mendez, but stolen away. And Alamogordo, now not with numbers, it's 3-on-4. Pass goes over the corner to Montoya. They go inside to Bickham, but the pass ends up on the floor. Bickham able to gather it in, and we're going to get a foul call, I believe, on Ruidoso. And it'll be an inbounds play coming up for the Lady Tigers. 3:50 remaining in the first quarter. And Montoya will send it in. Holds the ball over her head. Gives it in. Natalie Rodriguez with it, and she'll dribble out of the corner. Mary Jane Rodriguez, or I'm sorry, that's Bickham. Now Rodriguez. Now over to the right wing, Montoya. Ball fakes, dribbles to the right wing. They give it to Kidwell at the right elbow. Kidwell, turnaround, free throw line jumper is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Ontiveros underneath. She picks up her dribble, and she throws it away. Montoya dribbles the basket, goes up with a shot, had it partially blocked. She's going to track it down the corner, fire three. It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Caceres. And another turnover by the Lady Warriors as they're coming up the floor as Mary Jane Rodriguez drives the lane, fires up the shot, and is going to get fouled. And another pair of free throws coming up here for Alamogordo. This time it'll be Mary Jane Rodriguez shooting two. And they call Alexis Ontiveros for her second personal and the fourth team foul on Ruidoso. Rodriguez front rim glass and off. 3:17 remaining in the first. No field goal yet for the Lady Tigers. And missing another free throw, so 2 of 6 at the line. Battle for the rebound ends up on the floor, and the Lady Tigers do keep it on this end. It's pretty much been all on this end, but Alamogordo's not found the bottom of the bucket very often. Right corner, get it to Montoya. Baseline jumper is no good from Bickham. And both teams a little cold here to start. Early morning tournament start could be part of it. Rodriguez drives and goes up with the shot right out of the lane. She's going to draw a foul and head back to the free throw line. And they call the foul this time on Savannah Mendez. That's her second. So 2 players for the Lady Warriors with 2 fouls early on in this game. Rodriguez makes the free throw, and Alamogordo takes the lead 3-2. And we see a sub as Alex Chavez comes into the game. Mendez comes out. Second free throw, no good. Rebound pulled in by Chavez. Montoya tries to steal it away, but deflects it out of bounds. Attempted to save it, but I believe had her foot on the baseline when she went to grab the basketball. So it'll be Morgan inbound. Alamogordo continuing the full court pressure. Morgan is, well, almost threw it away, but got it over, and now it's from the numbers here for Ruidoso. Smith drives, but threw it at the foot of Kidwell. It's going to be a kickball, and it'll keep it on this side for Ruidoso with 2:44 remaining in the first. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Lady Tigers lead 3-2. So it's baseline left of the basket here for Morgan. Morgan still looking to inbounds it. Comes to Ontiveros. Long two, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Montoya, and Montoya will keep her dribble, move it up the floor. Working through traffic, goes up with the shot. They're going to call an offensive foul on Montoya. Ontiveros draws the offensive foul. You're going to see Madison Ruiz come into the game for Alamogordo for the first time, and Natalie Rodriguez will check out. Morgan looking to inbounds. Gets it to Ontiveros. Ruiz on her. Sends it back to Morgan, and she'll come up the far sideline. Gives it to Ontiveros. Goes to the baseline to Chavez. Now Smith with the long two. That's no good. Rebound on the other side. Was tipped. Put back attempt, no good from Caceres, and now Alamogordo the other way. Mary Jane Rodriguez goes right of the lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul before the shot. It's already going to be the 6th foul on Ruidoso, though. I think Ontiveros is going to get called for this one. That'll be her 3rd personal. And Alamogordo will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here in the first half with 2:11 to go in the first quarter. And an inbounds for Alamogordo. Montoya gives it to Kidwell inside. Can't get the first attempt to go. Can't get the second attempt to go. And the rebound grabbed by Ruidoso, but Morgan loses it. Now it's Ruiz who puts up the shot. That's no good. And now battle for it along the baseline, and Alamogordo on the double team is going to commit the foul, either on Bickham or on Mary Jane Rodriguez. And they call it on Bickham, her first. 3rd team foul on Alamogordo. Inbounds goes to Ontiveros. She dribbles up the far sideline, gets it up ahead to Parga, who just checked into the game. Itzel Parga. Parga lost the control of it, and now driving towards the baseline. Pass inside goes to Chavez. Her shot attempt is no good, but a foul called on Alamogordo. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Lady Warriors. 3-2 Alamogordo, 1:44 to go in the first quarter. And the free throws here from Chavez. First free throws of the game for Ruidoso. And knocking it down is Chavez, tying the game at 3. Another sub for Ruidoso as we see Rema Spitty come into the game, and checking out will be Ontiveros. One more here for Chavez. Takes a long pause. She dribbles it a few times and seems to work for her. Every player seems to have a little bit of a different routine at the free throw line, and certainly going 2 of 2 at the line. There's going to be a travel on Montoya. She took a little bunny hop before she put the ball on the floor, and Alamogordo gives it right back. 1:38 to go in the first quarter. Near sideline inbounds for Morgan. Alamogordo pressuring, but pretty easy here for the Lady Warriors as Smith works into the lane. Bounce pass right side of the lane. Chavez, back of the rim, no good. Rebound underneath, pulled in by Mary Jane Rodriguez, and she'll push it up the floor. In transition, works way to the right wing, swings it over the far side, nobody there. As she was trying to find Ruiz, who was left of the lane, but the pass is too tall for her. And Alamogordo with the turnover. Trailing 4-3, 1:19 to go here in the first quarter. Morgan holds the ball over her head and gets it into Chavez. Chavez works it up the floor, top of the key, looking left of the lane, goes up with the shot, high off the glass, no good. And Montoya grabs the rebound, and she'll push up the near sideline for the Lady Tigers, all the way to the right wing, getting to the baseline, tried a little spin move, and ends up traveling with it. Lost her balance. And I think you got to be kidding me was the call. I don't know if it was because she lost her balance there or didn't feel like she traveled, but now we've got Mary Jane Rodriguez needing to lace up her shoe before we get started again. 1:05 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Ruidoso 4, Alamogordo 3. Alamo yet to find the bottom of the net with a field goal. We're going to see a sub here as well for Ruidoso as Cameron Caceres comes into the game, and it'll be for Alex Chavez. No, I'm sorry, it'll be for Ashley Smith. Morgan looking to inbounds, gets it over the top and gives it to Spitty. And she'll lose the handle, and she'll get fouled as well. Ball was going to end up in the hands of her teammate Chavez, but Alamogordo is going to pick up their 5th personal. And the first foul on Madison Ruiz. And it's going to be an inbounds play for the Lady Warriors. I think they saw the 6 on the other side, and we're going to go 1-1, but Alamo still has one more foul to give here in the first half as the inbounds goes to Spitty in the backcourt. She brings it across the timeline. Over to the right wing, it's Chavez. Chavez keeping her dribble. Montoya sticking with her. Ball is poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last off of, looked like Bickham touched it last. And so Ruidoso will keep it on this end. Far sideline inbounds here for Morgan. Morgan gives it into Parga. Dribbles to the top of the key. Feeds it over the baseline. A little fadeaway jumper from Chavez. No good. A rebound comes out to the opposite side. But the ball goes out of bounds as Morgan couldn't control her dribble. And Kidwell will inbound here to Mary Jane Rodriguez. Kidwell, I think, is the only person who's played the entire first quarter. They give it off to the right wing. Try to go inside Kidwell. Kidwell able to tip the ball to herself, but her shot attempt is no good. But the rebound on the other side by Milana Bickham. She's fouled as she goes up with the shot with 27.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And the 7th team foul on Ruidoso. They'll call it on Itzel Parga, her first. And back to the free throw line. Alamo spent a lot of time there in the first quarter. 8 free throw attempts. Unfortunately, they're only 3 of 8. Bickham with her first tries. And she's going to miss on the first. So one more here for Bickham. And she misses on the second, but she's going to track down her own rebound in the corner and get it out top to Montoya. And the ball worked around. Ruiz going to fire a jump shot. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by the Lady Warriors. And 15 seconds left, and they'll have the last shot here likely. Morgan works it over the left wing. Yeah, that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. Trying to reach it was Spitty. But Alamogordo with 9.5 seconds left. Inbounds to Montoya. Montoya, yeah, tried to go to the middle of the floor, had it stolen away. Kidwell, now Ruidoso's got it with 3 seconds left. Big block there by Kidwell. And that'll be the last play of a, let's call it a lethargic first quarter. I'd say for both teams. Ruidoso 4, Alamogordo 3. After one period here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia, you're listening to Alamogordo Lady Tiger basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. 101.9 and 12:30 a.m. Start of the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Warriors 4, Tigers 3. Girls basketball here this morning, and both teams heading back out onto the floor. And I don't know, maybe a conversation about who has the ball here to begin the second quarter. I think it should be Ruidoso who has it, because I believe the last possession arrow was over here on this end. Yeah, they're going to give it to Alamogordo. Honestly, I couldn't remember which one which one it was either, so they're giving it to Alamo, and Alamo's got the basketball. Dribbling to the right wing is Thomas, then to Vasquez. Got Anna Riordan, Mylana Bickham, and Jacqueline Vera back into the game. As the ball comes over to the right corner, a little bit of a pickup in the defense here from Ruidoso. I think both teams are looking to see the tempo turned up. Vasquez, a baseline jumper, just rattles out. Now the deflection on a pass. Vera gets to it, goes up with the shot, draws the foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Jacqueline Vera here with 7:34 to go in the second quarter. Now Alamo moved the ball well nicely there, got a good open look. And the shots just are not following really for either team, as Vera will go to the line. And Jacqueline misses that. Alamo really struggling at the free throw line, 3 of 9 here over the first 8.5 minutes of this game. Vera misses the second, and the rebound grabbed by the Lady Warriors. And ball being tipped around. Eventually Parga gets it over the far sideline. Alamogordo continues some pressure in the backcourt. Parga dribbles all the way to the near sideline and gets it across midcourt. Now works it all the way towards the baseline. Stops and passes to the free throw line. Chavez fires up a jump shot. High off the glass and rim, no good. The rebound deflects out of bounds, and they're going to say that last one off of Ruidoso. I thought that deflected off the foot of Bickham. Okay, yeah, the officials are going to change it. They got it right after they talked it over. Yeah, I thought it went off of Bickham's foot, as did the Ruidoso coach. Baseline right of the basket, inbounds. Ruidoso players all lining up right of the lane. Inbounds goes to Katari Garcia, who had just checked into the game. Ball in the right corner, and a travel from Parga as she moved those feet before she put the ball on the floor. 7:07 to go in the second. And again, Ruidoso looks like they're going to put on some full court pressure here. Again, I think just try to turn up the tempo a little bit. Thomas, though, dribbles right past a number of defenders, gets it out to the corner. Vasquez, is this one good? Yes, she finally gets one to fall. You knew it was only going to be a matter of time if they left her that wide open that she was going to knock one down, and she does. And Alamogordo's got a 6-4 lead. And almost stolen away there by Thomas. Now it's Vera on the floor. And we've got a tie-up, and the possession arrow will give it to Ruidoso. 6:45 to go in the second. Lady Warriors basketball. Vera guarding the inbounds. And stolen away, no, deflected and out of bounds. Vasquez was unable to, what did they say that last touch Ruidoso? Well, I thought that Vasquez got a hand on that. I guess she did not. All right, so Abby will inbound it, baseline left. She holds it over her head, gets it into Vera in the left corner. Vera will give it out to Thomas out top. Now it's Vasquez, left corner 3. That one's no good. Rebound inside, pulled in by Bickham. Put back attempt is good. High off the glass and in. And Alamogordo with a couple of field goals here, starting to get their feet underneath them. Sometimes that early morning start time off the bus, that first quarter's tough, but now the second quarter getting a little bit better here. Double team in the corner, and coming in and stealing it away is Sydney Thomas, and Thomas lays it up and in, and Ruidoso needs a timeout. 7-0 run here to start things here in the second quarter. Over the first minute 45 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's now the Lady Tigers 10, the Lady Warriors 4. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Alamogordo Lady Tiger basketball here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. Thanks for tuning in to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Charles Winnicke here with you. And just a reminder, if you want to watch the game as well, ksvptv.com. You can also check out the KSVP Facebook page as well. They've been broadcasting all the games here at the City of Champions Classic, so by all means go and check that out if you want to watch the game. And as well, they're using our broadcast on there too. All right, inbounds here for Ruidoso, and Chavez looking to send it in, still looking to send it in. Now, I think she was able to run the baseline there if she wanted to, but Ruidoso brings it up the floor, but traveling with the ball is Katari Garcia, and the Alamogordo pressure provides another turnover, and Alamogordo with a 10-4 lead has the basketball. Riordan will inbounds, gives it to Bickham in the corner, then back to Riordan, fires a left wing three, that's good! Couple of threes here, and Alamogordo has scored 10 straight points here with 6:01 to go in the second. And again, Ruidoso they can run the baseline here, and yet they're just standing there and trying to inbound, making it more difficult for them. But Parga brings it up the floor. Alamogordo are going to steal it away from behind as Bickham will now give it to Thomas. Thomas works it across the baseline, and a left wing three from Riordan. That one's no good, but Vasquez on the other side grabs the rebound, goes to the bucket, misses, rebound tipped and grabbed by Caceres. Caceres double team, looking for somebody to get the ball to, but drawing the tie-up is Jacqueline Vera, and Alamogordo will get the ball back here with 5:33 to go in the second. And Ruidoso is going to make some subs here as they bring on Morgan and Smith and Ontiveros, as they have their starting five on the floor now, do Ruidoso. Vera gets it in the right corner, comes out to the top of the key, and then right corner. Three on the way is good from Vasquez. Her second three. And Alamogordo has scored 13 consecutive points. 5:22 to go in the second quarter. Still looking to inbounds, and that's another 5-second call. Again, I'm still confused why not running the baseline on these inbounds after a made bucket, but it'll be Vasquez the inbound for Alamogordo. They give it to Vera. Vera trying to post her way up, goes up with the shot, and it's good. And Jacqueline Vera's got her first bucket. And make that a 15-0 run for the Lady Tigers. Smith will bring it up the near sideline. Vasquez sticking right with her all the way to the baseline. Smith gets there. Now Vera will pick her up on a double team, but she gets the pass to Morgan. Ontiveros' pass to the corner is deflected by Thomas, and Thomas races into the front court. Thomas all the way to the basket. She lays it up and in, as Alamogordo stretches it to a 17-0 run. Inbounds goes to Ontiveros, 4:43 to go. Bass goes right back to Morgan. Morgan feeds it up ahead to Ontiveros. Top of the key, pass goes inside. Mendez goes up with a shot, it's no good. Rebound is pulled in by Alamogordo, and the outlet up ahead to Vera. Vera has got a free run to the basket. Tries to go up with it, misses off the bottom of the rim. The rebound's going to be lost out of bounds, though, by Morgan at the baseline, and Alamogordo will keep it here with 4:27 remaining in the second quarter. Anna Riordan to check out. Natalie Rodriguez comes in. Anna with a three here in this quarter. And what an offensive explosion for Alamo over this first 3.5 minutes of the second quarter. Kaylee Kidwell, after a bit of a rest, will check out. And Malana Bickham comes in. Vasquez dishes to the corner to Vera. Thomas back to Vasquez. Fires up a three. No good. Rebound on the other side. Tipped. And we're going to get a foul on Natalie Rodriguez as she came over the back on Morgan. And it'll be Ruidoso basketball. 6-team foul, so Ruidoso will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Already 8-team fouls on Ruidoso. Morgan looking to inbounds, and she gets it over the top to Ontiveros. Ontiveros, though, has it poked away from behind by Thomas, and Thomas will track it down in the backcourt. And Alamogordo with another possession here. Gets it to the right wing, and driving the lane, going up with the layup, and it's good. And Sydney Thomas, 6 points here in the quarter, her and Abby Vasquez. And it's now a 19-0 run for the Lady Tigers. All the way to the left wing is Smith for Ruidoso. And she gets into the lane, drives, goes up with the right hand, and she's going to draw the foul and go to the free throw line for a couple. It's 22-4 Alamogordo. It was 4-3 Ruidoso at the start of the quarter, and for 3:53 to go in the second. And Ruidoso looking to get their first points of the second quarter. And the free throw up, and it'll roll in for Smith. Subs for Alamogordo, Mary Jane Rodriguez comes out, Destiny Montoya comes in, and Thomas and Vasquez will head to the bench. Free throw front rim, no good. Kidwell grabs the rebound, and it's Mary Jane Rodriguez. Good feed inside to Vera. Lay-in falls in for her. 24-5, Alamogordo leads now. Ruidoso looking to inbounds. Vera guarding the inbounds. Mendez tries to go to Ontiveros, but it's over her head and into the backcourt, and Montoya will track it down, and she'll give it off to Mary Jane Rodriguez. Top of the key, sends it over right corner. Entry pass to Vera was deflected, but Jacqueline able to grab it. Now it works around to Natalie Rodriguez. They go to Kidwell at the baseline, knocked away from her out of bounds, and it'll stay on this side. So it'll be Destiny Montoya to inbounds, baseline left of the basket for the Lady Tigers. 3:18 to go in the second. And Alamogordo up 24-5. They get the pass to Vera. Lands good and one. Well run off the inbounds. Vera gets to the spot, lays it in, and she draws the foul. 6 points for her now, and the personal is called on Ashley Smith. That's her second, and the 9th team foul on Ruidoso. And Vera makes the free throw. She's got 7 points now. And Alamogordo's lead is 27-5. Inbounds is off the hands of Spitty, and Alamogordo gets it back. Ball over the right corner. Montoya gets a wide open three. That's no good. Rebound knocked away from Natalie Rodriguez. And Morgan will ball handle towards the midcourt line. Rodriguez sticking with her all the way to the left wing. Now left corner. It's Smith. Smith looks to work baseline, but has to come back out and gets the pass to Morgan. Morgan dribbles to the top of the key. Pass to Spitty was off her hands. She was able to save it, but it's right to Mary Jane Rodriguez. 2-on-3 the other way. Bounce pass is at the legs of Ontiveros. Ontiveros tried to pass it and ends up in the hands of Vera. She slipped down. Her shot attempt goes missing. On the other side, though, Natalie Rodriguez can't get it to go. And here comes Rema Spitty with the basketball into the front court. Had it knocked away from her out of bounds, and it'll stay on this end with Ruidoso. As we'll see Milana Bickham come in for Alamogordo. Jacqueline Vera gets a rest. And coming in for Ruidoso is Itzel Parga, as she checks in for Rema Spitty. Far sideline to inbounds. Back and forth, and well, they gave it back to Morgan. She canned a long three, but she hadn't established herself back in the court before the pass got to her. And it'll be back over to Alamogordo. Mary Jane Rodriguez, the top of the key, goes over right corner. Montoya looked like she was going to fire a three, instead passes it. Natalie Rodriguez, left corner. They give it to Kidwell at the baseline. Kidwell shuffled the feet before she dribbled, and it's a traveling violation. Alamogordo has outscored Ruidoso 24-1 here in this second quarter. Inbounds goes to Smith. Smith has it knocked away from behind. We've seen that a few times now where Alamogordo players coming from behind and stealing it away. Driving towards the baseline, Montoya loses it. On the floor, battling for it, and we're going to get a jump ball. And the possession arrow will go the other way to Ruidoso. 2:01 to go in the second quarter. And the inbounds by Morgan. Gives it to Ontiveros. Picks up her dribble. And I guess had it deflected there. So got to restart her dribble. Dribbles all the way to the right wing towards the right corner. Gets a screen, then fired a pass inside that goes off the hands of Morgan out of bounds. And Alamogordo will get it back. And it looked like there was going to be a sub, but I think Jacqueline Vera is just cleaning off the bottom of her shoes. And so Alamogordo will bring it into the front court. Mary Jane Rodriguez bounce pass to Natalie Rodriguez. Tried to go inside to Kidwell. Pass is too tall. And you know that's got to be a high pass for her not to be able to bring that down. And so it goes out of bounds and back over to Ruidoso. 97 seconds left in the second, and it looks like the Lady Warriors want to talk it over. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 1:37 remaining in the second. It's Alamogordo 27, Ruidoso 5. You're listening to Alamogordo Lady Tiger basketball on 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM. 1:37 to go in the second quarter. It's Alamogordo 27, Ruidoso 5. City of Champions Classic final day. And Alamogordo got the first two games today. It's Alamo and Ruidoso. And Ontiveros up the floor all the way to the right wing. She'll stop there, pick up her dribble. Tough defense here from Natalie Rodriguez, looking for somebody to pass it to. And she ends up traveling with it. She eventually got it off to Morgan, but not before she had taken an extra step. And an inbounds here for Alamogordo as Kidwell will get it into Mary Jane Rodriguez, and she'll bring it off across the timeline. All over to the right corner. Montoya's got it there. Gives it to Bickham. Ball was deflected away from her and stolen by Ruidoso. It is Parga bringing it towards midcourt. She'll give it back to Morgan. And Morgan met by Rodriguez. Morgan all the way to the baseline and fed a pass that was at the knees of Mendez, and Alamogordo steals it away. 1-on-2. Rodriguez is going to get called for carrying the basketball. She was trying to dribble her way through a couple of Ruidoso defenders. And it'll be back over to Lady Warriors here with an even minute to go in the second quarter. And they're going to call the inbounds over on the far side of the court, as it'll be Morgan to inbound for the Lady Warriors. And she'll give it off to Parga. Parga all the way to the top of the key. And ball deflected on a pass inside and stolen away by Alamogordo. That was Montoya that got her hand on initially. And then Mary Jane Rodriguez is met by a couple of players and draws the foul. And she's going to get 2 free throws on the other end. They're going to call Parga for her second personal. And that is 10 team fouls. So it'll be 2 free throws here for Alamogordo and Mary Jane Rodriguez, who is 1 of 4 at the line. And Rodriguez too strong on this one. Now Alamogordo in control here, but they really could have an even bigger lead. The free throw shooting has certainly betrayed them here in this first half. Rodriguez misses on the second, but inside the rebound grab by Bickham. She goes up with the shot. She's fouled. And right back to the free throw line for Alamogordo. Milana Bickham, 2 points this morning. 0 of 2 at the line. Alamogordo just 4 of 17 at the free throw line here in the first half. Bickham, gonna miss that one. And one more here for the Lady Tigers. Bickham makes it, but she jumped across the free throw line before the shot had touched the rim. So it's a lane violation on Alamogordo. Morgan will inbounds, gives it to Parga. Parga, 2-on-1 the other way. Takes to the top of the key, but then slows up, and Alamogordo gets back on defense. Out of the top of the key, it's Morgan. Goes inside, looking for Chavez, but it's stolen away. 35 seconds remaining in the first half. All the way to the top of the key, Mary Jane Rodriguez finds Natalie Rodriguez inside Bickham. Had her shot blocked by Smith. And it looks like a foul on Alamogordo, and it'll be a 1-and-1 on the other side for the Lady Warriors here with 27.8 seconds remaining. Foul called on Milana Bickham. It's her second and the 8th team foul. And Ashley Smith, who is 1 of 2 at the line, will go to the stripe. She has the only point here of the second quarter for Ruidoso. Makes on the first. Second one is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Kidwell. 26 seconds left, and Alamogordo will push up the floor. Finds Destiny Montoya in the right corner. 2 players on her. She tried to feed it to the middle of the floor, but tipped away by Alex Chavez and out of bounds. Alamogordo will keep it with 19.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Baseline left inbounds here for Montoya. Still looking and finds Bickham. Bickham hesitates. Player moved by her, but when she fired up the shot, it goes off the bottom of the rim. It goes out of bounds, and they'll call it last off of Ruidoso. Baseline left, Montoya holds the ball high over her head. Finds the bounce pass to Bickham again, the same spot. Her layup attempt no good. Her putback, though, is good. And Milana Bickham's got 4 points with now 10 seconds left here in the second. And the Lady Warriors with the basketball. 3 seconds left. Getting to half court, firing up the shot. Oh, it looked like that was headed in the right direction there for Ariana Morgan, but goes missing. And a dominant second quarter by the Alamogordo Lady Tigers as they outscore the Lady Warriors 26-2. It's Alamogordo 29, Ruidoso 6 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and we're at halftime. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Happy to have you with us here on this Saturday morning, final day of the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. And the Alamogordo Lady Tigers with a 29-6 advantage over the Ruidoso Lady Warriors. It was 4-3 after one quarter of play, and then Alamogordo got their legs underneath them. Some of the times these early morning starts can make it a bit difficult, but and it was a lot of different players. Jacqueline Vera had all 7 of her points in that quarter. She leads the Lady Tigers. Sydney Thomas and Abby Vasquez each have 6, all of those coming in the second. 4 points for Milana Bickham, 3 points for Anna Riordan, and 1 point apiece for Mary Jane Rodriguez, Kaylee Kidwell, and Natalie Rodriguez. I will say the free throw shooting, a frustrating event that first quarter, first half for Alamogordo, 4 of 18 at the line, or 4 of 17 at the line. That's something that will drive any coach crazy, and Coach Turner and Coach Gonzalez, I'm sure that's at least a talking point. But I know they're happy about the way their team came out in the second quarter. First game out of the gates, 8:30 start time. I mean, there is a difference between practice and a game being played this early in the morning, and you could tell Alamo finally got it going there and look to be in control now here. Again, outscoring Ruidoso in that quarter, 26-2. So that definitely works, and we'll see how they handle things over the last half of play. But you'd expect Alamogordo to get their second win of the season here. Alamogordo boys hoping to get their first win of the season. They're going to play the Miamora Patriots out of Gallup coming up here in probably about an hour from now when we'll get started. And the Tigers, after I thought a far better performance against Carlsbad yesterday from the first game of the season, got to feel good about the improvement from game 1 to game 2 there. I thought from the first Carlsbad games, the Los Lunas game was better. Hobbs, I mean, I think a case of Alamo just wasn't quite ready for that tempo, and that's something that, again, comes with, the ability to play fast is certainly something that an experienced team does, I think, a little bit better than a team that doesn't have quite as much experience. So I still maintain it's good for them to get these games here early in the season. I think they'll have a good chance at beating Miamora today, and try and get some momentum going here this season, off to a bit of a tough start. But I think today and I'd say Tuesday against Chaparral, 2 winnable games for the Tigers, and we'll obviously see if they can make that happen. But the guys here warming up on the floor, getting ready for their game. As I said, it'll come up in about an hour, and then we'll have it for you right here on Alamo Sports and Talk. And on 12:30 a.m. you can join us. And just want to remind you guys again, if you want to watch the games, ksvptv.com, and also the KSVP Facebook page, and they are using our broadcast, so you can listen to us and also watch the game as well. Okay, let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM. Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM, and we are just about ready for the second half. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers leading the Ruidoso Lady Warriors 29-6 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Leading scorers for the Lady Tigers, 7 for Jacqueline Vera, 6 points for Sydney Thomas and Abby Vasquez, 4 points for Milana Bickham, 3 points for Anna Riordan, and 2 points apiece on the other side for the Lady Warriors, Ashley Smith, Alex Chavez, and Savannah Mendez. So your leading scorers on each end. And Ruidoso was able to not get any players in further foul trouble. Ontiveros had 3, but she avoided picking up a 4th foul in that first half, and she was back out on the floor. Mendez picked up 2 early fouls in the first quarter. I don't think she picked up a 3rd as the second quarter progressed. So they'll definitely have to be careful as the third quarter goes on, not try to pick up an early fourth quarter, but or early fourth foul, I should say, in the third quarter. Alamogordo boys out here doing some warm-ups, getting ready for their game coming up. And reminder, we'll have that for you here on Alamo Sports and Talk coming up, as said, in about, I'd say, an hour or so. We'll get that one underway, I assume. We'll see. This one may, depending on how Alamogordo gets started here, if they push themselves up by 35, the running clock could make this one go a little bit faster. But we'll see how Alamogordo starts this quarter offensively. If it's similar to the way they got going in the second quarter, then they could really push out their lead here comfortably. Alamogordo going with their starting 5: Anna Riordan, Jacqueline Vera, Abby Vasquez, Sydney Thomas, Kaylee Kidwell. And for Ruidoso, they will do the same. It's Savannah Mendez, Alexis Ontiveros, Ashley Smith, Ariana Morgan, and there was one more. It's Ariana Morgan. We were waiting for one more player to come on the floor. Riordan will inbounds and give it off to Vasquez, and she will dribble to right wing, swing it back over left side to Riordan, trying to get it inside to Vera. Ball's deflected out of bounds, last off of Mendez, who was able to knock away that entry pass. And the basketball went up the ramp a little bit. Vasquez will go and grab that. Just underway here in the third quarter. Alamogordo leads 29-6. As Vasquez will inbound baseline left. And the ball off the hands of Riordan, but she's able to track it down in the left corner. Now going up the runner along the baseline. That was Riordan who went up with it. Shot's no good, and here comes Ruidoso in the direction. Monteveros to the left wing, goes to the right elbow. Smith will give it outside to Morgan. Morgan with the runner from the free throw line, no good. Kidwell grabs the rebound, and she'll give it to Thomas. And Thomas will push it up the floor with 7:26 remaining. Vasquez, right corner, fires a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Riordan. She goes up with the shot, off the glass, no good. Vera grabs the miss. Thomas will work it around. Kidwell, top of the key, she'll fire a 3. She can make those, and she just misses off the front of the rim. And stepping out of bounds as she had the rebound was Mendez, and Alamogordo will get it back. Vasquez will inbounds. As she holds up a 2. Alamogordo works it around. They go to Vasquez in the corner. Inside to Kidwell. Kidwell, a little turnaround move. That's off the glass and the rim, no good. Rebound by Smith, and she'll give it to Morgan. And Morgan will come up the floor with it. Takes it all the way to the top of the key, goes left of the lane, out to the left corner. She's cut off by a couple Lady Tigers. Now bounce pass inside Mendez. Mendez goes up with the shot. It's no good. Kidwell grabs the rebound. And we've got, looks like a Ruidoso player that appears to be hurt, and it's Ariana Morgan over at the far sideline. And she's trying to stretch out, I think, her right knee. So hopefully nothing too serious. She fell to the floor after she had passed the ball over there at the far sideline. And I'm not sure if they have one of the athletic trainers here early this morning, or she's going to hop up and limp off to the sideline. And so she'll need a sub. Looks like Chavez comes into the game for her. So hopefully nothing too serious. She takes off her shoe and is flexing that right foot. Here's Thomas with the basketball, goes right corner. Vasquez, who works baseline, lost her balance, fires up the shot, no good, but works as a pass to Vera. Her shot, no good. Rebound was knocked away from a Ruidoso player, but eventually grabbed by Smith. And now Ontiveros with the basketball. 6:28 to go, third quarter. Ontiveros takes to the right wing, nearly lost it sideline. Picks up her dribble and gets to Mendez, the baseline. She turns around, gives it off to Chavez. And looks like a foul on Alamogordo away from the basketball. And they're going to call it on Jacqueline Vera. She picks up her first foul. I will say it's something Alamogordo's done better today. Their starters especially have not picked up any fouls here early. Inbounds. And a quick pass back to Smith, but she misses. Rebound by Vera. Vera's going to lose the handle of the basketball out of bounds, and it'll be baseline right again, inbounds here for the Lady Warriors. That was a good play off the inbounds. Caceres got the inbounds and went right back to Smith, who got an open look. Smith goes underneath, ball deflected out of bounds, and last off of Alamogordo, and we'll do the inbounds again. Looking over at the sideline, looks like Morgan has relaced her shoes, so hopefully she'll be able to come back into the game, but still sitting over on the end of the bench. Baseline right to inbounds. Ball deflected. Smith is going to see that go back out of bounds. She smartly did not touch that. She hadn't established herself back in the court. And so she'll try to trigger it in one more time. Alamo doing some tough defense here on the inbounds, and Kidwell again deflects it as it comes right to the middle of the lane, and I think she felt like she probably could have grabbed that instead of just knocking it back. Looking to inbounds, Ontiveros will track it down now midcourt, but she's double teamed, able to dribble out of that, take it towards the baseline, still working to the baseline, and then a foul going to be called on Jacqueline Vera, I believe. So after I praised Lady Tigers for not picking up quick fouls, Vera picks up 2 quick ones here to start things here in the third quarter. And we'll see Milana Bickham come in, and it'll be Jacqueline that'll check out of the game. Still nobody to find the bottom of the bucket here in this third quarter. It feels like we've spent this entire quarter on this end, or at least the last few minutes. Fouls and inbounds, and Morgan back into the game will feed it off to Chavez, or Caceres, who misses. Mendez got the rebound, but her miss is grabbed by the Lady Tigers. And Thomas comes up the floor to the right wing. Thomas pushes right in the lane, goes up with the shot. She's going to draw the foul, and she's going to get a couple of free throws here. Just quickly attacking the basket is Sydney Thomas, and the junior will head to the line for 2 free throws as they whistle Ashley Smith on the foul. Her third and the first team foul here in the second half for Ruidoso. And the first one misses for Thomas as, well, I'm sure there's a few things that the Lady Tigers are hoping to get better at here in the second half, but the free throw line has not been a good place for Alamogordo. They've gotten a lot of attempts, and certainly you like that. You know, that means you're being aggressive and getting the basket, but full time out on the floor, though, as Coach Gonzalez calls it from the sideline, and they're going to talk things over. 29-6, Alamogordo still with the lead. We're in the third quarter on the Rich Simota scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. One more free throw here for the Lady Tigers and Sydney Thomas, and she makes the back end. She, along with Jacqueline Vera, lead the Lady Tigers with 7 points. It's 30-6. Thomas almost steals it away. Ontiveros' pass, though, is deflected, and Madison Ruiz will track it down in the backcourt. Ruiz gives it off to Thomas, and Thomas will let her teammates get into position here. Ruiz looking for Bickham. Bickham took her eye off the pass, and it goes out of bounds back over to Ruidoso. 5:33 remaining. Alamogordo leads 30-6. And Thomas deflected the inbounds, but Ontiveros is going to be able to track it down. She comes up the near sideline. And again, another steal coming from behind for the Lady Tigers. Something Ruidoso's teammates need to be let them know that somebody's coming from behind. Ruiz fires mid-range jump shot. That's no good. Rebound is grabbed by Mendez. Mendez at the baseline tried to give it to Ontiveros, but the pass is going to go out of bounds. And Alamogordo will get it back here with 5:14 to go in the third. Yeah, I think Almo's had probably 5 or 6 steals where you have a Ruidoso player moving it up into the front court and coming from behind, they steal it away from him. And that's a communication thing where, hey, you need to yell, somebody coming from behind on you. Going up with the runner right of the lane is Abby Vasquez. It's no good, but to the free throw line is another foul called, and that's going to be the 4th personal on Savannah Mendez. And the 2nd team foul. And Vasquez hits the free throw. So Abby, along with Sydney Thomas and Jacqueline Vera, each have 7 points to lead Alamogordo. They lead 31-6 with 5:11 to go. And the 2nd free throw in as well. 2-2 at the line for Abby Vasquez, and Alamogordo leads 32-6. Knocked out of bounds by Sydney Thomas. And a near sideline inbound for Morgan. Morgan throws the middle of the floor, finds Mendez. Mendez to Ontiveros. Ontiveros swings it to the left side of the lane. Shot goes up, and it's blocked by Kidwell as Caceres tried to fire that up. As Kidwell uses that long reach, right corner 3 from Vasquez. That rattles home. Abby Vasquez with her 3rd 3 of the game, and she gets into double figures now with 11. Ontiveros pushes it all the way to left wing extended. Vasquez sticks with her. Gets a screen, goes inside with it. Caceres, Mendez feeds it out left wing. 3 on the way. That's no good. The loose ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's Alamogordo basketball as Morgan unable to hit the 3. 4:33 to go in the 3rd. Alamogordo leading 35-6. And we see Abby Vasquez and Sydney Thomas check out. And coming into the game is Mary Jane Rodriguez and Destiny Montoya. Mylana Bickham, Madison Ruiz, and Kaylee Kidwell all on the floor for Alamogordo. Ball at the right wing. And then back out. Mary Jane Rodriguez goes to Ruiz. Kidwell at the free throw line, converged on by 2 or 3 Ruidoso players. And we'll get a tie-up, and possession arrow will give it over to the Lady Warriors. And a sub for Ruidoso is Itzel Parga comes in, and she checks in for Hannah Caceres, or I should say Cameron Caceres, I'm sorry. And Alamogordo will see Jacqueline Vera come into the game. Kaylee Kidwell will get a rest. Ball comes to the middle of the floor. It's bounced around, and Ruiz has got it. Lay-in attempt, no good. Vera grabs the rebound. Her put up, no good. And ball out of bounds, last off of Alamogordo. 4:11 remaining in the 3rd. And the inbounds by Ontiveros, and she's going to break into the open here. Ontiveros all the way to the basket. Layup attempt no good, but Bickham draws the foul. She's put her hands up and down, but she came in and caught Ontiveros in the body. That was definitely a foul. And her 3rd personal. 3rd team foul on Alamogordo here in the 2nd half. And Ontiveros to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the morning, and she puts it in. First points of the half for Ruidoso. It's 35-7. And the second one good as well. Bickham will quickly inbound it to Mary Jane Rodriguez, and stepping in there and trying to steal it away was Morgan, but it's going to be a foul on her. She picks up her first personal. Bickham will get it up ahead, and a good pass over the top to Vera, but she was unable to reel it in. Looked like it deflected off her hands and I think off her head as it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Ruidoso here with 3:59 to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-8, Alamogordo leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Holding it overhead is Morgan. Gets it into Ontiveros. Back to Morgan, and Morgan lost her footing. And Ruiz will go up, and Morgan, unfortunately, who had her ankle injury earlier, I think she just turned it again. And she's in a fair amount of pain. And so her coach is going to come out and talk to her, but that is something either in her foot or her knee. And again, I don't think we have one of the athletic trainers here, unfortunately, this morning. And so she rolls over, and I don't know if it was ankle or leg, and she's kind of holding her left hamstring or thigh there. So she's on the floor, and hopefully nothing too serious, but clearly in a fair amount of pain. And with 3:53 to go in the third, it's Alamogordo 37 and Ruidoso 8. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk. Welcome back, and the athletic trainer here at Artesia was able to help Ariana Morgan off the floor, and they are looking at her, I'm sure, in the trainer's room. So we wish the best to Ariana Morgan. She was in a lot of pain there. Ruidoso has the basketball. They were coming up the floor, and Alamogordo gets called on a foul. It's Jacqueline Vera, and coming into the front court over to the right corner, this is Parga with it. She goes baseline, tries to feed the opposite side to Ontiveros. They continue to work the ball around. Smith goes up with the shot. No good. Vera grabs the rebound with 3:30 remaining, and Mary Jane Rodriguez with the basketball. All the way to the top of the key. Gives it off to Ruiz. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez works right of the lane, goes up with the shot. She's going to be fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line. Yeah, we saw Morgan earlier in the game look like she fell and was working her ankle, and when she was coming on the inbounds on that last play, she stopped, and her leg just kind of collapsed on her. So we hope again that's nothing too serious. And the free throw good from Mary Jane Rodriguez. She's got 2 points now. Some subs for Alamogordo. Madison Ruiz and Jacqueline Vera come out, and we see Anna Riordan come in, Natalie Rodriguez into the game. And Mary Jane Rodriguez with one more free throw here. 3:21 to go in the third. Alamogordo leads 38-8, and now 39-8. And it'll be Parga to inbounds. Gives it to Smith. Smith up the far sideline, and Alamogordo is going to commit a foul. And it'll be the second foul on Anna Riordan, the 5th team foul on Alamogordo. And Smith will inbounds at the far sideline. Comes out to the middle of the floor where Chavez had her hands on it, but it's stolen away by Montoya. Montoya works towards the baseline, then dribbles her way back out. Now gives it off to Mary Jane Rodriguez. He goes baseline, goes up with the runner, shot too strong. Riordan gets the rebound. Ball was knocked away, but it's right to Natalie Rodriguez. Comes out top to Montoya. Montoya gives it off to Mary Jane Rodriguez. They go to Riordan at the baseline. A couple of ball fakes, then back out, and she traveled. She must have slid that pivot foot as she was going to pass the basketball, and 2:52 to go here in the third quarter. Alamogordo still up by 31, and Ruidoso will inbound the basketball. Inbounds goes to Parga, and then to Smith. Smith coming across midcourt, has the ball taken away, and Riordan going to be bumped by Parga. And it'll be an inbounds play for Alamogordo. 15th foul, third on Parga. 2:42 remaining in the third quarter. And it'll be Montoya to inbound at the far sideline for Alamogordo. Montoya, Mary Jane and Natalie Rodriguez, Kaylee Kidwell, and Anna Riordan on the floor for Alamogordo as the clock rolls here with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. And they'll go to Kidwell in the post. Kidwell, little turnaround, shot too short, and the ball grabbed by Chavez. And now Parga. Parga dribbles into a double team, had the ball deflected, but it goes right to Garcia. Back to Parga. Parga goes to the middle of the lane. Smith goes up with the shot and lays it in. Ashley Smith has got 4, and Alamogordo's lead is cut to 29. Coming to the top of the key is Mary Jane Rodriguez. Bounce pass goes inside to Riordan. Riordan double teamed, but able to work her way past the defender. Her shot is no good. Kidwell's putback is no good. Ball knocked away from behind by Natalie Rodriguez, but up the far sideline comes Smith and Lady Warriors, and Riordan's going to bump her and pick up a foul and pick up her third personal. Riordan will come out. Milana Bickham will come into the game for Alamogordo. And Smith will inbounds over at the far sideline. 1:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball goes to the left wing. It's Garcia. Garcia, the free throw line, fires up a shot high off the backboard, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Kidwell. Up ahead, good pass to Natalie Rodriguez from Mary Jane Rodriguez. She couldn't quite handle it though. Finds Montoya, right wing, fires up a 3. That's short. And the ball is saved from going out of bounds by Bickham, but to a Ruidoso player, it's Chavez. Chavez, though, loses it. Rodriguez has got it. And looking for somebody to pass it to, and finds Montoya, who fires up a right wing 3. No good. Rebound pulled in by Bickham. Ball rebound deflected around. Eventually comes to Montoya, who fires up a shot right of the lane. It's no good, but she's going to be fouled and will go to the free throw line with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Well, I'd say third quarter a little bit more like the first. Alamogordo hasn't quite got their offense going as well as they did in the second as the free throw misses from Montoya. And Alamo has stuck with their pattern of having the starters in the first half of the quarter and bringing the reserves on after that. Montoya makes the free throw. Lead goes back out to 30. And there you go, Ruidoso running the baseline on the inbounds. That's made it a little bit easier for them to get it in. Garcia with the basketball. Garcia at the near sideline is going to be pressured and eventually fouled by Mary Jane Rodriguez, and that's the 7th team foul. And it's 1-1 here for Ruidoso now. 1:17 remaining. The first foul on Rodriguez. And to the line for the first time will go Katari Garcia. And Garcia will toe the free throw line, dribble a couple of times, and put it up and in. So she gets the front end, gets the bonus. 40-11. Alamogordo in front. And one more here for the Lady Warriors. As the second free throw is up, and that one's in as well. And Lady Warriors have shot well from the free throw line in this game, 8 of 10. Alamogordo coming into the front court. Mary Jane Rodriguez feeds over to Natalie Rodriguez at the left wing, and she looks to drive and is bumped by Garcia. And we'll see a 1-1 here for Alamogordo and Natalie Rodriguez, who is 1 of 2 at the line in this one. So turning it a little bit of a free throw contest here in this quarter. Alamogordo much better at the line in this third quarter. 6 of 8. And now 7 of 9 as Rodriguez makes that one. After 4 of 17 in the first half, getting things going much better there. And she makes both. 2 of 2 at the line for Natalie Rodriguez. She's got 3. And Alamogordo's lead back out to 30. Coming up the near sideline, and another foul, and that is Destiny Montoya who picks the foul. And Back to the line here is Katari Garcia, where she just went 2 of 2. So it's 1:04 to go here in the third quarter and more free throws. This is a 1-and-1 again. And Garcia too strong on this one. Kidwell grabs the rebound. And it'll give it off to Natalie Rodriguez. Now Mary Jane Rodriguez with it. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. She takes it to the top of the key. Montoya in the right corner. Goes to Kidwell, top of the key. And they work it around. Natalie Rodriguez, left wing. And you got Montoya. Montoya drives to the baseline. I believe that was a pass to Kidwell, but it's deflected and stolen. Kidwell's going to get it back, though, and she fires it up and in. Kaylee Kidwell with her first field goal of the game, and Alamogordo's lead is 32. 35 seconds remaining. Alamogordo pressuring on the inbounds, almost stolen away. And then another foul called. And I think it's Bickham that gets called. No, they're going to call Mary Jane Rodriguez on that. It's her second. And back to the free throw line, it's Garcia, who just missed the front end of the 1-and-1. It's another 1-and-1 here. And Garcia makes the first. And one more for Garcia. And she makes both. 4 of 6 at the line, and a traveling violation on Montoya is right as she got the inbounds, and Ruidoso will get it back here with 28 seconds remaining. Far sideline inbounds. They go right back to Smith, who fires up a 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Bickham had it knocked away from her, and Garcia, not sure if she was going up with the shot. It doesn't really matter. She's fouled, and it's going to be the 10th team foul on Alamogordo. So 2 free throws coming up for Garcia, and she has spent the quarter here at the free throw line. How many free throws between the two teams? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for Alamogordo. This will be the 9th and 10th, or I should say the 8th and 9th free throws here. That one's no good, though, from Garcia. And one more with 23.2 seconds left in the third. Alamogordo still holding on to that 30-point lead. Second free throw misses. Rebound is grabbed by the Lady Tigers. And Mary Jane Rodriguez looking to push up the floor. I'd say that not being a foul is surprising there, as Mary Jane Rodriguez, I think the Ruidoso player was putting 2 arms right up in her chest. Right corner, 3 on the way from Montoya is no good. Rebound pulled down underneath by Rodriguez. Gets Mary Jane Rodriguez, and she wasn't seeing the clock. Dribbles out the time, and the quarter ends. 44-14 as we finish up the third quarter, heading to the fourth on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Lady Tigers up by 30. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk. Final frame here in the final game at the Artesia City of Champions Classic for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. They lead 44-14 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Riordan tried to go inside to Vera, and the ball knocked away by the Lady Warriors. Vera is shadowing Smith into the front court. Smith dribbles all the way to the left corner. 7:45 remaining. Parga with the basketball now. And working towards the baseline. Gives it off to Mendez, top of the key. Mendez will dish it off to Smith. Smith works over to the right corner, now heads back the other direction. Trying to find Parga, gives it to her. Parga all the way to the baseline, keeps her dribble there, now double teamed. Pass intended for Chavez, she's able to keep it from going out of bounds. Smith fires up a three and she puts it up and in. So Smith makes it a 44-17 game, and then Thomas is bumped by Parga. And Thomas will go to the line for a 1-and-1. And that'll be the 5th foul on Parga. And coming into the game is Rema Spitty for her. So this is a 1-and-1 for Sydney Thomas, who has 7 points. 1 of 2 at the line. Misses. And the rebound eventually grabbed by Thomas. Her putback is good. She gets into the right spot after the ball was deflected away and gets the lay-in, and Alamogordo with a 46-17 lead as we cross 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Smith, guarded by Riordan, takes it all the way to the right wing, gets a screen, now works towards the baseline. Comes to the middle of the floor and it's stolen away, and Kaylee Kidwell in the open all the way to the basket, lays it up and not in. Rebound out of bounds, last off of Thomas. And Kidwell kind of with a sheepish look on her face as underneath the basket. Heard somebody from behind yell, "Dunk it." Kaylee's definitely got the height. She actually got the hops to get up there, though. Here comes the pass inside as it's given to Caceres, and a possession error. They tied it up, did Alamogordo. Milana Bickham's going to come into the game, and it will be for Kaylee Kidwell, who I think need a little rest after that fast break run. Pass goes through the hands of Spitty, and she's going to lose out on the battle to Thomas. Thomas all the way to the basket, couldn't get the lay-in to go. Another bunny there for the Lady Tigers, unable to get it to go. Battle for the loose ball, eventually is knocked out of bounds and will go to Ruidoso. 6:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. Alamogordo up by 29. And inbounding it will be Ashley Smith. She'll get it right back, and we'll bring it across the timeline with 6:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. Riordan meets her. And she's going to lose the ball out of bounds. She gets to the far sideline. Riordan, some good defense there, and we'll see Spitty check out of the game. And looks like Ariel Ward is in for the first time. All the way to the left wing goes Thomas, kicks it out. Long two from Riordan, and is no good. Rebound on the other side by Vera. Vera looking for Bickham on the opposite end. She gets it in the left corner, but the pass out to Thomas is stolen away by Chavez. Chavez able to keep that away from Thomas as she comes up the floor, fires at the shot from just right of the lane, and that one's going to get the kind iron roll in there. And Alex Chavez with her first field goal of the game, and Alamogordo 46-19 holds on to this lead. Thomas feeds it off to Vasquez. Right corner three is good. Abby Vasquez has 14, and Alamogordo's lead back out to 30 here with 5:22 to go in the fourth quarter. And getting into the lane, and Ward firing up a shot off the glass rim. No good. Rebound by Vera. And she'll hand it off to Thomas. Thomas over the far side to the right wing. Gives it off to Vasquez. She'll fire another three. That's too strong. Riordan able to track it down in the corner. And comes out top with it to Thomas. Thomas had it knocked away, but gets it back. Top of the key. Gets in the lane. Tried to feed it to Vasquez in the far corner, but it's over her head and out of bounds, and it will go back over to Ruidoso. 4:51 remaining. Subs for both teams. Mary Jane Rodriguez comes in for Sydney Thomas, and Ontiveros is into the game for Mendez. Smith had to go track down the basketball as it went out of the pit area here, the playing floor. And she'll give it to Ward, who will slowly dribble it in the backcourt. Riordan waits for her at the midcourt line. Passed on to Veros, was almost knocked away. On to Veros is going to travel as she was trying to swing the ball away from Vasquez. And Alamogordo will get the ball back here with 4:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Hey, friendly reminder, if you're tuning in, the Alamogordo boys game was scheduled to be at 10 a.m. Will obviously be a little bit later than that. This one had a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws, a lot of stoppages in this game, so it has moved the game a little bit slower. Riordan at the left wing, out between the circle. Mary Jane Rodriguez. And gives it off to Bickham at the right elbow. Baseline jump shot from Bickham is no good. Kidwell gets the rebound. Works it out to Vasquez in the right corner. She goes to the pull-up shot. It's blocked. But the ball comes to Bickham. Bickham then loses it. Now we've got a jump ball at the baseline. The possession arrow will keep it on this end with Alamogordo. 4:11 to go, fourth quarter. And Vasquez the inbound baseline right. Are we going to get a timeout? Okay, I think Alamogordo calling a timeout with 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter. And a 30-second timeout by Alamogordo. On the Ruidoso Motor scoreboard, Lady Tigers 49, Lady Warriors 19. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk. Destiny Montoya will send it in for the Lady Tigers. Holds the ball overhead, baseline right, and she gives it off to Riordan. The runner from the baseline is no good. And the rebound pulled in by the Lady Warriors and Caceres, who will give it off to Chavez. Chavez double teamed. Alamogordo trying to get the ball away from her, but when they do so, it gives her a new dribble, and Chavez works to the free throw line, passes it to Ward, and Kidwell will swat that one out of bounds. And it'll stay on this end with Ruidoso with 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter. And to inbound it, baseline right is Smith. Smith will give it off to Ward. Ward loses the handle. Ball ends up between the legs of Bickham, and now it's a scramble for it on the floor, and a jump ball, and Ruidoso basketball. As Mary Jane Rodriguez was in there among a couple of Lady Warrior players. Draws the tie. Smith will inbounds. And Kidwell knocks it away, and goes right to Bickham, who will give it off to Mary Jane Rodriguez. 3:40 remaining. And the pass all the way to Riordan, who curls in the lane, and a whistle. And I assume that was a foul when Riordan got caught up in the air. And they call the foul on Caceres. No, they call the foul on, on Taveros, and that's her fifth personal. And so that'll bring Rema Spitty into the game. And so it'll be Riordan to the line. Her first trip to the charity stripe. And she makes the first and will get the bonus. 50-19, 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter. And the second free throw is good as well. 5 points for Anna Riordan today. 51-19, Alamogordo leads. Inbound goes to Ward over at the far side. Ward met by Riordan. Gets a screen. Mary Jane Rodriguez picks her up and knocks it out of bounds. Oh, I guess she didn't. It was out of bounds last off of Ruidoso. So Ward just lost the ball out, or when Rodriguez hit it, it deflected off of Ward. And here comes the Lady Tigers into the front court. Rodriguez feeds it to Riordan in the left corner. Riordan, Rodriguez finds Montoya, right corner, fires up the three, no good. Rebound comes out to Mary Jane Rodriguez. She kicks it out to Montoya, who works baseline and was trying to find somebody to pass it to, and it goes right to a Ruidoso player. In the fast break, it's Chavez. Chavez curls around. Fires a wild shot, and it goes in. Alex Chavez on a kind of a spin shot, went high off the glass and in. And Alamogordo sees their lead drop to 30, 51-21. Ball at the right elbow and into the corner. Montoya's got it. And they look to go inside to Bickham. And she's going to go to the free throw line. And it'll be 2 shots. The 10th team foul on Ruidoso. And the 4th personal on Ashley Smith. Warriors have already seen a couple players foul out. One of their players picked up an injury, and she's in street clothes over there on the far side. So don't want to see any more pick up any further fouls, and Bickham will miss on the first. She's 0-1 at the line, got 4 points today. Now 0-2 at the line. And the second free throw is no good. But again, Bickham stepped across. I'm not sure if it was her or if it was Mary Jane Rodriguez. She had come across the three-point line. She was outside of that. So I'm not sure it was her or Bickham that got called for the lane violation, but a lane violation on Alamogordo. 2:38 to go in the fourth. Coming across midcourt with it is Ward. Ward able to dribble all the way to the right corner and goes inside with it. This is Caceres. Caceres double teamed, has the ball taken away by Mary Jane Rodriguez. Cross midcourt to the top of the key. Bounce pass goes to Riordan. Left of the lane jump shot, no good. She's going to get her own miss on the opposite side, though. Goes right back inside to Kidwell. Kidwell, turnaround shot, no good. The put up by Bickham is no good. She gets her own miss. Riordan gets the rebound. Another opportunity. Mary Jane Rodriguez puts up the shot. That's no good. Kidwell gets the rebound. That's no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds, and this time it'll be Ruidoso basketball. Alamo got, 5-6 shots in that possession there? Unable to get one to go in. Minute 58 to go as the inbounds goes to Ward, then right back to Smith. Alamogordo with Riordan, Bickham, Montoya, Kidwell, and Rodriguez. I think Montoya was the only one who didn't take a shot on that last possession, and then trying to fight through a screen, they're going to call Anna Riordan on a foul. And then they're going to call a technical foul on Alamogordo. And I'm not sure what precipitated the technical. I didn't see what happened there. And I think they're asking what exactly happened on the technical. I couldn't tell if she said something or it was. I think the official was trying to maybe send the basketball to the other official to take the free throws, and he's explaining what exactly happened there. So not sure what led to that, but and so it'll be 2 technical free throws here for Rema Spitty. And then it'll be 2 free throws on the other side for it. So, or I should say on the other side, it'll be 2 free throws for the Lady Warriors. So Spitty makes the first, and she'll get another. And then on the foul, as Riordan fought through the screen, it'll be 2 free throws there. And the basketball, I believe, for Ruidoso. So Spitty makes both. And it'll be Smith that will be shooting the free throws here. Smith misses front rim on the first. And makes the second as that rolls in. And then Ruidoso will get the basketball inbounds here near sideline. So it's 51-24. Alamogordo leads, 1:48 remaining in the fourth. Alamogordo with Natalie Rodriguez, Mary Jane Rodriguez, Kaylee Kidwell, Milana Bickham, and Abby Vasquez on the floor. And still waiting for the inbounds as it goes in to Garcia, right back to Smith. Vasquez sticking with her. And the free throw line and back out. Smith will miss, but the put up, kind of a wild shot there inside by Chavez. And Alamogordo coming up the floor, lose it. Rodriguez then knocked it back away from Chavez, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay on this end with Ruidoso. 90 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And the inbounds for Smith. And she'll give it off to Garcia. Garcia had it deflected but gathers it back, and then a long two is no good, but the putback underneath is good for Savannah Mendez. And it's 51-26. Rodriguez. To Rodriguez. That's Mary Jane and Natalie. Heads towards the baseline, then gives it off to Bickham, then back out to Natalie. Mary Jane goes to Kidwell right of the lane. She tries to work her way in. Goes with the spin move turnaround. It's no good, but the rebound grabbed by Mary Jane Rodriguez. She drives the lane, had her shot blocked. Loose ball grabbed by Caceres. And a jump ball called, and the possession arrow will give it back to the Lady Tigers. As Abby Vasquez will inbound at baseline right. Vasquez will get it into Bickham. Gives it off to Mary Jane Rodriguez. Now it's Natalie Rodriguez who gave it to Mary Jane, who wasn't looking for the pass. Now here's Vasquez driving, goes off the glass, no good. Bickham got the loose ball, goes up with the shot attempt, and now it's a battle for the basketball on the floor again. And another tie-up, and this time it'll be Ruidoso basketball with 37 seconds remaining. And the inbounds to Chavez, back to Smith. Smith to the right wing, all the way to the baseline. Gives it back out. As Chavez works it to the free throw line, keeps her dribble, had her shot blocked there by Vasquez. Vasquez leaks out and gets the pass on the outlet, and coming in back on help defense, Chavez knocked it away. Out of bounds, they'll stay with Alamogordo with 13.5 seconds remaining. Good hustle there from Chavez to get back on the play. Vasquez will inbound it at the baseline. Gives it off to Bickham, 10 seconds left. Back to Vasquez, three on the way, no good. Chavez grabs it, has it knocked away from her. It'll stay with Ruidoso here with 6 seconds remaining. Well, Alamogordo's going to get their second win of the season, their second win this year over Ruidoso. 4 seconds left. Chavez will fire up a long shot. And this one is over. So Alamogordo gets the win, 51-26. We'll come back and give you some post-game stats, and we'll get you ready for Alamogordo versus Miyamura, the 7th place game of the City of Champions Classic. Alamogordo gets 7th place here, and the Alamogordo boys going to try to do the same. That game is coming up for you next here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM.